MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
You know, I think the phrase must win is overused in sports, but even though this isn't an elimination game, it does sort of feel like a must win. It doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. If you go down 3-0 in any series, you're fighting nearly an impossible uphill battle. Feels like the series kind of rides on this game right here.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Ian Anderson gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, getting a good look at big right-hander Ian Anderson, former first-round draft pick. This guy has a good, hard breaking ball. One of the things I really like about this guy, he doesn't dance around the strike zone. Has a good fastball, 95 to 97 miles an hour. He'll ride it up in the zone. He'll throw that two-seam sinker down in the zone in a good, hard breaking ball. He's put it all together, and he's a very dependable and reliable starting pitcher who takes the ball every 5 days.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Mookie Betts is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0.
First pitch, 7:06.
Now the pitch. A little chilly but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Into the box now, David Fletcher. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. The windup and the 0-1. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Here it comes.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In the air now out to left field. Ozuna giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers down in order. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. Walker Buehler will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's not a very big guy, barely over 6 foot, but boy, he carries a big arm. Really live fastball, 95 to 96 miles an hour. Good overhand curveball. His changeup has gotten better, and he's a big game pitcher. If Walker Buehler is throwing strikes, it's nearly impossible to string an inning to get 3 or 4 hits off this guy.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Ozzie Albies is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. His career numbers in this matchup, he's gone 3 for 6. Fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
And he fouls this one off. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2. And the Braves have something going right away. It's a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Standing in now, Jalen Miller, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. 3-1. The 3-1. Liner towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Hey, not a great start for the pitcher right here. Started off with a double, now add in a single, and one of your middle-of-the-order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And they're runners at the corners now. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit, too.
From the belt, the pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or try and induce the ground ball to get a double play.
Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Batting 4.
Digging in next, Marcell Ozuna. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's 2 for 4. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit in the air down the right field line. On the move is Betts. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
First offering on its way. Freddie Freeman is at the plate as he looks at ball 1.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
A ball and a strike now to the Braves' first baseman.
Hey, guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get the head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. It's the Braves 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Rhys Hoskins.
Here's the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull the trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
Hoskins behind to count 0-2. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Gone to lead off the inning. Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot, and the Dodgers are back even now at 1 apiece.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there. So
here's Brandon Nimmo. This one is smashed down the right field line. That's going to stay fair, and it's going to be back-to-back home runs. A solo shot down the line in right, and the Dodgers move out in front. It's 2-1.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Here now is Will Smith. And it's fouled away. No outs, nobody on. Fouled off. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a two-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
At the plate, Drew Avens, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. In there, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
The batter will be Gavin Lux, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. The windup and the 0-1. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Braves 1. Now to the plate, Freddie Freeman. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Freddie Freeman.
First pitch on its way. Buehler has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
So next to hit is Austin Riley. Here's the first pitch to him. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
The 1-0 home. Popped him up. Fletcher is there for it. 2 gone.
Batting seventh.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. Next to dig in, Phillip Ervin. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 1 for 4. And now the first pitch.
Nope.
The 1-0. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise to the occasion, while some guys shrink away when it matters the most. Well, this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Stepping in now, Alex Jackson, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's ready.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 2-out double, left stranded. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Now at the plate, here is Walker Buehler, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch on its way, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. 1-1 home. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the 1-0. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher's going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
Fastball too high, ball 4.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Next up for Los Angeles, David Fletcher. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Betts, base runner at first with 1 out. Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in. Here comes the 1-2. Betts is on the move. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Working for the punch out and the offering. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
I don't even think I need to look in the dugout on this one. I think it's safe to assume he's going to be running. Too good a hitter at the plate not to think he's going to put the ball in play.
Here's a look over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. High in the air. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
The next 3-2. And he misses again here. It's ball 4. And that's back-to-back walks here with 1 away.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
In now is Anthony Rendon. First offering, and this is taken outside for ball 1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
And there's ball 2 now.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Now the 2-1. swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins.
To show you how strong this guy is, he hit that last off-speed pitch over 400 feet, so the pitcher wasn't supplying most of the power there. This is a really strong hitter.
And he gets ahead 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2. Two down, runners at first and second. Too high, 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
Two and two. Here it is.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
The payoff pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. On to first, and the Dodgers come up with nothing as that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Ian Anderson.
The pitcher, Ian Anderson.
Now the first pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Second shot now. He doubled to start out the home first. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Breaking ball that drops in for a strike. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Jalen Miller will be next. Bases are empty, one man out. Pulled toward right center field. Giving chase is Nimmo. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, number 8.
And now Jalen Miller. He singled in his first AB. And the pitch.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big boys coming up behind you.
Two out, nobody on. cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And Lux is under it to make the catch and retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Our score remains 2-1. Welcome back to Truist Park just outside Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with LA's manager to discuss his thoughts on the Dodgers offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Yeah, and he wasn't fooled at all by the changeup last time. Kept his hands back and absolutely destroyed that ball. So I got to think he's not going to see a changeup in this scenario right here.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. He's going to have to lower his sights.
Pitch swung on and hit on the ground for Freeman over there at first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So the next to bat will be Will Smith. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, he failed to pull the bat off his shoulder in that one, Matty. Down on 3 pitches, pretty much a wasted AB. This has to be a better effort.
And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
And that one yanked just foul. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
To the plate now, Drew Avens. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Fouled away. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They lead it 2-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager, Brian Snitker, during the commercial break. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Ronald Acuna.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
First pitch of the AB on its way. And he'll swing and send a chopper to third. Rendon barehands it. Got him. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base.
The left fielder, number
Here's
20.
Marcell Ozuna. Picked up an RBI on a sac fly in his first appearance. And now pitch on the way. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for Atlanta. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Now back, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
The batter, the third baseman.
Next, here is Austin Riley. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Comes set, and the 0-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Braves strand 1. They're down 2-1. New inning set to get underway, and up next will be Gavin Lux.
Gavin Lux.
First delivery to him. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one, and it's gone. A solo shot down the line in right, and it gives the Dodgers a 3-1 lead.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
So now to the plate, Walker Buehler. And he popped him up. Freeman into foul territory, and no one will get this one. The windup and the 0-1. And it's 1-1. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Base is empty here with nobody out. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping in next, Mookie Betts. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First offering. A ball and no strikes.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
3-0 now. David Fletcher will be next. Now the 3-0 offering.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
And that's outside. He lost him ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
And stepping in, David Fletcher. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And that's going to move that runner into scoring position now.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a curveball misses inside.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. 2 out, runner in scoring position at second, and that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Betts stands at second with 2 gone. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
High in the air out towards shallow right. He's under it, and that ends the inning. But the Dodgers add on courtesy of this solo home run. Middle of the night here at Truist Park. It's 3-1 LA. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and standing in the outfielder, Phillip Ervin.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory where you're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
First pitch of the AB on its way. The 1-0.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So the line score will show he departs after just 4 innings of work, and you know they wanted more out of him than this, as he won't even stand to be the winning pitcher here. James Sneed is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. Into the box, Alex Jackson, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. From the belt, kicks and deals. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Justin Dean will grab a bat and pinch hit now, and he'll be looking for at least a fly ball as he's got a runner at third and only one away. From the stretch, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against a modern day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
1 out and a runner on third. Very high, 2-1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
From the stretch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And they'll get a step closer. It's a sac fly to make it a 3-2 game now.
That was a good controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
2 gone now in the Atlanta half of the 5th, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 1-1 the count. Here it comes. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Three and one now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Lifted the other way out to left center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Memories being made at the ballpark tonight, as they should be. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Bryce Wilson takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 46.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins.
The first baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
First pitch on its way. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The center fielder, number 11,
Brandon Nimmo will stride in one more time as we flash you back to earlier. This was a big blow right here as he leaves the yard with plenty to spare. First pitch of the AB on its way. Fastball swung on and missed. There we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
So a runner at first now with one away, and that brings up Will Smith. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back. Nimmo stands at first with 1 out. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
0-2 count, and the pitch. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Standing in now, Drew Avens, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
That was a good swing right there. It might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Ozuna is under it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. One left for LA, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and stepping up as the shortstop, Jalen Miller.
And at shortstop, Jalen.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. As he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. That evens it up 1-1.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Now batting. The center
So
fielder,
stepping in is Ronald Acuna. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Now here's the first offering.
1-0.
And he fouls this one off. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
And it's fouled away. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. 2-2 one more time.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Hit out towards second. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Runners on first with 1 down. Outside, 2-1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fouled off. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now the payoff pitch home is in there. A called strike 3. Chasen Shreve comes on now, and this move looks to be all about playing the matchup here.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any doubt about that, Matt. They want the lefty-lefty matchup, and that's usually the right move, but we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Freddie Freeman will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. From the belt, the pitch. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
I can't imagine that pitcher was trying to put it right over the heart of the plate. Thank God he took that pitch right there, or he'd be getting one back from the umpire.
Runners on the move for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. Still a 3-2 ball game. Seventh inning ready to roll, and set to go is the second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Going back to that last at-bat, that's not an easy thing to do, to pull a breaking ball on the inside part of the plate and keep it fair for a home run. This guy's got some pretty good bat control.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
2-0 now. The pitch. And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
The 2-1 home. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Ronnie Mauricio steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with 1 gone in the inning. First offering. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. Three runs, 4 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Fly ball out toward left center field. Acuna giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Here's Mookie Betts. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Grounded back up the middle. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. They're up 3-2.
Seventh inning, stretch.
Corey Knebel will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the seventh. Bottom of the inning now, and set to go is the third baseman, Austin Riley.
The third baseman, Austin Riley.
First pitch on its way. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball two. Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Now here's the pitch. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Count still full, 3-2. Another full count pitch home. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
That'll bring in Phillip Ervin. Fouled away. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Now at the plate, Alex Jackson. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch of the AB now. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Betts has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. James Pazos takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Brandon Drury will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Brandon Drury.
First offering as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit back toward the mound. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Two-seam fastball, sinker. He stayed inside it. Didn't have the action the pitcher would have liked.
You know, that's a sinker right there, Mark, that's intended to be down in the zone. And this pitcher better get the ball down because he can't live up in the strike zone.
So up steps Ozzie Albies, standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set, the 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
Ready on 0-2. Swing and a shot toward right center. And Mookie will make the play, and that retires the side. 2 left for Atlanta. They trail 3-2. Blake Trinan has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. And now in the box, David Fletcher. He bounced out last time up.
The shortstop, David Fletcher.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The 1-1. Back up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
At the plate now, Anthony Rendon as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Here now the 2-2. Fletcher aboard here at first with nobody out. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
In now, Rhys Hoskins. Slider laid off for a ball. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-0. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher stuff.
The 0-1 offering on the ground to the right side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Dodgers lead this one 3-2. Tony Gonsolin is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Jalen Miller. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
And he fouls this one off. Ready with the 0-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Acuna digs in now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Last time through was a base hit. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The 2-1 home. and it's fouled away. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And another foul ball. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay, and he'll make it to third safely, so your tying run is 90 feet away with only one gone.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how manager's thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Into the box now, Marcell Ozuna, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 on its way.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
Definitely a strikeout situation here with the runner on third, so that's smart. Trying to make him chase that slider out of the zone.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, you got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Acuna on third with 2 out. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
0-2. Here it is.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but on hit right now, I'm still sitting on that heater.
The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. Braves strand 1. They're down 3-2. Sean Newcomb enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Will Smith. First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
The 1-2. bouncer up the middle. Albies brings it in. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Next, it'll be Drew Avens. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And now the first pitch. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. 0-1 count and the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Yeah, that pitch is the equalizer. Left on left slider, down and away. He can spot it up when he needs to. That pitch is almost unhittable.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Drew Avens goes down for out number 2 in the top half. At the plate, Gavin Lux. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Two and 0 now. And there's ball 3.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Two out, nobody on. And this one misses inside. A ball, he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Keibert Ruiz will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. As a look, now the pitch. Strike taken, the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Trying to move into scoring position with 2 away, but not to be as we get another look. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Brustar Graterol is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th. Into the box, Austin Riley, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
All even now, 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Phillip Ervin waits on deck. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And this is taken for ball 4. So just like that, the tying runs aboard to start the home half.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
So next to bat will be Phillip Ervin. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the stretch. And they'll play for the tie here as he puts this one down. Throw goes to first here, so it works just as they drew it up, and now the possible tying run is in scoring position at second.
Now batting, the catcher.
Striding in is Alex Jackson, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Now this is a perfect example of why this manager feels so confident going to this beast in the ninth right here. He is throwing absolute thunder right here, pumped up and looks the part.
Ball and 2 strikes now.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Riley leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. He loses him on ball 4.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Jacob Pearson will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. And we'll see what he can do with the tying run at second, the potential winning run at first with 1 away. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for 1. Back to first, a double play. And they will strand the possible tying run at second. This ball game is over.
Well, they sure made it interesting in the ninth, but they leave the tying run stranded at second and the winning run helplessly at first. Could have gone either way, but we were treated to a great battle.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Three to 2, the finish in tonight's game. The Los Angeles Dodgers now trail 2-1 in this league championship series. James Snead takes home the win. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Here now is our